Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Debbie. This is my Crafty Dan, and I am going to set up this notebook, this planner that I got from the Dollarama for the complete month of September. So I just want to give you a little bit of inspiration on how you can use an ordinary lined notebook. It doesn't have to be expensive dot grid bullet journal or anything like that. This just happens to be called a planner simply because it's got the months and the days from 1 to 31 at the top of each page. And that's the only thing that this has in common with a planner, other than that it does have some nice paper in it. So I'm going to set this up and I'm going to show you how easy that is to do. I have one of these stencils that will do a month, just a month at a glance. It's really simple to use. I think I'm going to do Monday to Thursday on this page, and then Friday and the weekend on this page. Am I going to do it that way? Yeah, I'm going to do it that way. And all I'm going to do to lay my month out is I'm going to come down maybe 4 lines. I'm going to set this up just so that the box runs across the top right there on the 4th line. I'm going to take it right to the end of the lines and I'm going to line it up like that. And that's all I'm going to do to line this up. And then, oh gosh, I got to see what colors I'm going to use first. So I think to decorate this month, I'm just going to use this washi tape book that I hauled. I think this was my Friday's find a week ago, a little over a week ago. I think I'm just going to choose just a page or two in here that has kind of a fall coloring, not necessarily fall images, but has fall coloring. I really like this, along with these little sayings, and yeah, these are really pretty. So I think I'm going to use this page. So I'm going to take like 3 pages out of here, and this is going to decorate the whole month. This Mushrooms and Angels, that's a little bit of a stretch, isn't it? There's some more mushrooms though. I kind of just like the coloration of these bits on these pages here. Some vintage advertising. There's some more vintage over here. I think I'm going to take these 3 pages because they're so similar in colors. So it's not necessarily a theme. It's a color and an overall look that I'm going to go for. So I'm going to take these 3 pages out. So to do that, I think I am going to use, I've got this color of brown, a dark brown, a medium brown. Yeah, I'm just going to go with these browns, and yes, so definitely this color theme. And I think this is basically the same colors theme that I'm using for September in my bullet journal. So yeah, I really like these fall colors. So I've got those. I'm going to leave them right there, and then I'm going to start with this. So 1, 2, 3 on my 4th line right there. I'm going to hold this down as best I can. And I'm going to use the Flair pen simply because it's got the point on it. And I'm going to draw in my boxes. Okay, so I have a grid for my month, and I'm going to use this same color, and I am just going to put the days of the week at the top. So this one here, I think, and I'm going to use my ruler. I'm going to add some other boxes to this page. So I'm going to do a full box that goes all the way down to, I better do it this way so that I can see where I'm putting it. There. And I think I'm going to ground the whole thing like this. Just like that. So I have all the boxes that I'm going to need on this page, and I'm going to decorate it a little because I think this is all that I'm going to need on my monthly view. So I'm going to put September. So September right there. And I'm going to date this. So that should only take me a minute. And the 1st of September, I'm actually doing this on the 1st of September. It's a Friday. And it ends on a Saturday, which is Saturday the 30th. And then over here, I'm just going to call this important. And that will be for other stuff. So I've already chosen my papers. So let's just see what I can put down here. I just love the coloration on these pages. It is really pretty. So I'm just going to grab a pair of scissors. Just going to use my little ones. I like my little ones when I'm doing smaller trimming. And I really like this, right down this side. So what I think I'm going to do is go, I think I'm just going to go like this. Because I think I've mentioned before that these aren't washi stickers, that it's actually a full sheet of washi. And I kind of looked at this and just gave myself a line down here, because what I'm thinking is, why not? Why not just put a whole strip down the side like that? So I'm going to do it the same way I do when I'm using my homemade washi papers that I use, because it's such a big strip. So what I'm going to do is fold back a bit of this paper, and I am going to get this started, and then that way I can just kind of pull this all the way down, and I have my whole sidebar decorated. There, isn't that pretty? And then all I need is a couple of pieces to go across the bottom, and this whole page is done. And it looks like I took the time to cut all these little bits out and set them in, which of course I don't have time for that. So I think the same thing. There's just enough white in between all of these images that you can kind of just cut out what you want here. And one more piece for across here, or maybe 2 if there's room. I was looking at this and how high up it comes, but if I put it here, this doesn't have a date on it anyway, so it doesn't matter if it runs up there a little bit. Just like that. This is so easy to do. I mean, I'm telling you, it just couldn't get easier. So, and I think I'm going to do the okay. And I'm just going to go there, like that. Because I think I can set that there. And the whole page is done. And it's going to look fine. Going to look fine. I think I've said before, these washi books, the washi is so fine. It's so thin that you can run your hand over the page and you can hardly feel it. I mean, you can tell it's there, but yeah, and you can't see any of this background at all because with this creamy paper in this book especially, it blends right in. So I have to apologize for this. It's just that time the sun is coming through a window way on the other side of the room from my desk, but it's just down that far and I can't stop it. So we're just going to ignore this. So that is my month at a glance. And then I'm going to do this monthly setup from the point of view of a mom with kids that are going back to school. And I've got 3 kids that are going to go back to school. So I am going to do a page where I can put each one of my kids' teachers, contact, their classes, and that type of information in here because I'm starting a brand new planner. It's September. It's going back to school time. And this planner is going to cover my kids' school year. This book is perfect for that, by the way. So if you're looking for something that you can use like this, by all means, go to Dollarama, spend the $5, grab one of the covers that you like, and then you've got all your kids' important information for the school year right here. Well, I'm going to say I have 2 kids because if you've got 3, you can use 3 pages. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to use this box right here, and I'm going to grab just the brown. But I need the flare pen to do this. So I'm going to line it up on a line. And I'm just going to make a box. Now, you don't need this. You can just put a box here. And this box is only going to be for an identifier for what this page is for. Yeah, just like that. And you, like I said, you can use anything that you want in here. So I'm going to grab for some other washi tape as well. And I think I'm going to grab these little butterflies. I've got an old Timmy's gift card here that makes the perfect thing for tearing washi tape. So I am going to assume that you're going to put your child's name in here and the grade that they're in, and then for the 2023-2024 school year. So that'll be your identifier. So I am going to put homeroom teacher, and I am going to put email address, so an email and a phone number. Because I'm hoping that this would be given to you at the beginning of the year to be able to contact the child's homeroom teacher. Then I'm going to just assume that there's enough room here that you can put in all your child's classes, or you can put in a class schedule. You could do a small class schedule in here. You could tape in a small class schedule for each child. If your class schedule is a full-size piece of paper, you could put all your pertinent information on this side and put their class schedule on this side and do a page for each child and go that way. But I think that this page here would be really necessary to have. Also, if they have extracurricular activities, if they're going to do dance, they play football or baseball or whatever for their school, those types of things, all the information to contact those teachers. That's what I'm suggesting that you should have in here if you're a mom and your kids are going back to school. But I think you should only have to do that once in September. And then I'm going to set up for the weeks. I'm going to do this really, really simply. I am going to do 4 boxes on each page. So I'm going to grab this because I love this color. It's not that dark. And I'm going to just freehand this. So the easiest way to draw a straight line when you're not using a ruler is to don't draw a straight line. Draw a line that is intentionally a little bit crooked. Like I'm intentionally putting some waves in here. So I could go down nice and straight, but if I do this, then if I make a mistake, looks like it's supposed to be there. Now, between June and July is the middle of my page. Right down the page like that. Now, I can kind of follow these lines across, but I don't want to. I'm going to make my boxes a little bit off. To me, that looks better than if you have a straight line with a mistake in it. Of course, if you don't like this, go ahead and grab that ruler and do your straight lines. So that's week 1, and I'm going to do this 4 times. Okay, so I have 4 weeks in here. So I said September the 1st is on a Friday. So the 1st, the 2nd, and 3rd, which means this week starts on the 4th. So September the 4th. So I'm going to put Monday, Tuesday, so 4th, 5th, 6th, 7, and 8. And of course, this is the 9th and the 10th. And I'm going to date my whole month. So now we'd be into October. Okay, so I have this all set up for the month. Let's make it look just a little bit prettier. So I still have these two and this bit. I'm just going to grab my little trimmer pen here, and I'm going to find something that I can put maybe down the outside edge of that little box, and maybe something down on Sunday. Just a little something that's pretty. So I love this globe. So I'm just going to grab it. I think I'm going to put it right there. It's kind of academic. I think that's really cool. And so I'm thinking by Sunday night, I'm going to need some me time and sit down with a nice cup of tea. So I like this teacup. And the thing I want you to remember about these washi sheets is that this is a matte washi paper, so you can write on this. That's why I love using them in a planner. There. It says June inside that cup. That's my sister's name. I think that's cute. And I'm just going to look for a little something to put down on each week. Oh, I love this little saying right here. It says, sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. And I'm going to put it this way. Like that. I really like these two little kids with the oversized suitcase. I just think they're cute. So I have a little something. I'm not over decorating this. I don't want to, because I'm trying to give you some inspiration, but at the same time, I want you to remember that this is functional. You're probably, if you're a busy mom, you're probably doing a lot of baking, a lot of cookie making. Your kids are going to come home from school sometime this year, and they're going to say, Mom, I told them that you'd bake something for the bake sale at school, but they didn't tell you that they told them. You're just going to get told the night before it's supposed to go, and you thought you had a night off. I'm only speaking from experience. I had two boys that really thought it was a good idea to let me know whatever was going on at the very last minute. And that was long before I'd ever heard of planning, ever thought of having a planner. Something like this would have been so much better in my life. Boy, I had a little bit of trouble getting that one off. I cut too deep on that page, and I went into the paper, so I was getting more than just the washi. So yeah, you don't have to press very hard on this. Definitely don't have to press very hard. So I might be overthinking this. Oh, I like this. I have a thing about cups and well, advertising in general, but I really like pictures with cups of coffee, tea, cocoa, things like that. I just think they are so amazing. The imagery is just, yeah, the imagery is everything. So here's a cup of Kraft Quick Serve Cocoa Mix and a cup of hot cocoa. That's cute. Look at the can of Spam. I love Spam. Yeah. We didn't grow up in a household with a lot of money, and yeah, Spam was a thing. It was on the menu. There. That's better. I didn't cut too deep that time. So I just love this little stack of books right there. And I like this little thing of there. I really like this little tray of biscuits. So I'm going to put that there. So did I get something on every page? Just a little bit. So there and there and there and there and there. So I have my full month done and ready to go. I've got all my kids' school contact information. And for each subject that they take, I think you could do subject, the teacher, the email, and the phone number. And you could do that for every class that they have if you wanted to. Just so that you know where your kids are, or yeah. I liked to know what classes my kids were in when they were in school. This is absolutely perfect, I think. It's a great thing to have if you're a busy mom. I mean, let's face it, our own lives are busy enough. It's almost impossible these days to remember everything that you have to do, what your husband is doing, where he is, what your kids are doing, where they have to be, who's going to pick them up, who's going to drop them off at home. Is it your day to do carpool? I mean, that's a lot of information, and those are all the types of things that could go in this type of a planner. And quite frankly, this is the type of a planner that I'd be leaving out at the end of my kitchen counter so that it's right at my fingertips all the time. I'd do something like this, and then I would still have a work planner or a purse planner, something that a catch-all that I took everywhere. But this would be at home and on my kitchen counter all the time, so I know where it is. So that's it. I really do hope that this inspires you to go out and find a notebook. It doesn't have to be this planner, just a nice, big, heavy-duty notebook that you can use for a planner. It takes all of half an hour to 40 minutes to sit down and do a whole month, especially if you're using something like these sheets where you can cut out big chunks at a time and just put it down. And, you know, to tell you the truth, you don't have to decorate them. Just set one up and have it there. The importance of this is the planner, not the decoration. The decoration is just the fun part. So if this has inspired you to grab a big notebook and do a planner from scratch for your kids' school year, leave me a comment. Let me know. I would love to hear from you. If you want to just drop a line and say hi, that would be great too. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I really, really hope you do that before you leave so that you can come back and see some more inspiring ideas and maybe see a few paper crafts or a few projects for my house as well. And if you haven't given this a thumbs up, oh gosh, guys, do that. YouTube has to know you're watching, or they really don't do anything to help my channel grow. So thanks for watching, everybody. That's it. Bye-bye for now. Have a great week. Bye.